Of course, earlier on we spoke that we were gonna bring in Dawda King Badjie. Of course, Dawda is a professional bodybuilder in Finland, while he was in the Gambia before he traveled to Finland. In case you don't know, Dawda Badjie, 23 years ago, Dawda entered bodybuilding after quitting football. Yes, he won 9 gold medals, three silver, and of course bronze in the 14 years of a professional building. Of course, on the 10th of September 2023, Dawda was elected as the champions of Finland bodybuilding in a competition organized by the Finnish Bodybuilding Association. Of course, this morning we are happy to say that Dawda is right here in the studio. Dawda, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Lamin. Thank you very much for having me.
So, a lot of people call you King Dave.
Yes.
Why King Dave?
Because I'm the king of bodybuilding.
All right.
Yeah, the King Dave comes from my friends in Europe, and because sometimes they couldn't call me my real name as Dawda. So, for example, in Christians, you say David.
Yeah.
So, but then during my bodybuilding time, there was a friend of mine who asked me, why can't you use the king? Because you are already always winning and you are a winner. So if you are a winner, you are a king. I said that really matched with my name, because with Dawda, if you translate it to the Christianity, it's like King David, right?
Yeah.
So I'm the king here right now because nobody's winning me. So I just take the name King David. So, okay, of course, when I was competing all the time, then I call myself as King David. So my name Dawda would be easier for them, because sometimes they don't pronounce it properly. They say Dawda.
Yeah.
Because of the Finnish, they don't have W.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, in the W, they say V. So
Yeah.
that's why they pronounce it as Dawda, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
So I give them, all right, you can say King David.
King David.
Easily.
So good to see you here in the smiling coast of Africa, the Gambia. So Dawda is an interesting guy indeed. Dawda used to be a footballer. I mean, he used to play for the Gambia Ports Authority. In fact, before Ports, play on the Nawetan in different areas. So this is something very interesting.
Yeah, I know.
So from bodybuilding now to playing football to a professional bodybuilder.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you manage to balance the two? How do you change the environment of becoming, a professional bodybuilder after, quitting football?
Yeah, it was a bit difficult because when I was in Europe, yeah, I went to Italy first. I was living there for almost 5 years, but then I was going to bodybuilding school. It wasn't easy because you have to pay for it, and if you want to go into bodybuilding, you have to be ready in yourself with the foods and everything, and it was so expensive. But with the help of my ex-wife, I was able to make it, so, and she paid for the school for me, so I was going for the bodybuilding school for almost 5 years. Then after finishing that, I finished my nutrition school in Germany as well to become a bodybuilder. Then in 2014 was my first competition in Italy, so, and I won it in Italy. Then I moved to in Germany in 2015. So when I was in 2015, I just find a coach who can show me the way how to become a professional bodybuilder. And I met a friend in the gym called Mike. He was a coach, but I think I was too much for him. And then he just gave me to another coach who was called Carsten. So he was the one who helped me to become the first professional bodybuilding context. I competed in Germany. It was called GNBF, German National Federation bodybuilding. So, but then my first competition in 2017, I do my best, and God helped me to become the first champion in that year as well, in 2017.
So a lot of people goes into bodybuilding. I mean, how expensive is bodybuilding? Because
Very.
just now you body dañoo enu weñ,
Yeah.
sin pare dem jënd mburo ñewe leka wala mburo bota. I mean,
Yeah,
so is bodybuilding expensive?
it's very expensive, because the honest thing is, like, you have to eat healthy, because you have to be very disciplined. And being disciplined is like you have to follow all the rules. And to follow the rules in bodybuilding is not something easy, because you have to be eating healthy properly, sleeping time, training time, resting time, and at the same time using your supplements in the right way, the right times as well. But just for the food you eat as a bodybuilder monthly, it costs me 2,000 euros.
2,000 euros?
2,000 euros. If you want to perfect, and you are a real bodybuilder, you need everything, your supplements and all the good healthy foods you have to buy. Of course, it is very expensive, you know. It was hard and difficult with me in the beginning, but you know, I was trying for sponsors, but it was difficult at the beginning. But with the help of my wife, she was assisting me a lot, so I could handle myself, you know. If not, I will not able to compete, because you cannot diet and without having the nutritions right and the supplements right, you know, to go for the competition on stage, because if not, you don't get the body you really need to get to compete with.
Is it about the muscles, or is about getting the right balance of features in your body?
It's both. You need the muscles and you need the balance as well. And plus, you need a little bit size. It depends on the category you are competing as well. So, and if you are competing into bodybuilding, you really need to look so huge, you know. But I was competing in the bodybuilding before, and I was winning in my category. But once I go ahead, one step ahead, then they were started getting bigger than me. So, and in that case, I have to get more bigger. And I saw that I couldn't even get that much bigger like them, because I don't have the kind of body they need. But my body is more classic than bodybuilding. So I switched to classic physique, whereby I can compete till the rest of my life, and that will be my size, you know, because in bodybuilding you have to be so huge, you know. Yeah.
So, but let's get this. I mean, we saw there are other bodybuilders that are huge,
Yeah.
but there are others that are only, you know, medium size, but
Yeah.
they can maintain those bodies. Is there any major side effect aside from this when you finish, I mean, your bodybuilding career as a competition? Because we know it's physical exercise is a continuity.
Yeah.
But you know, some of the supplements that have been used, we saw here some people dañoo jël ay per pour mun a jëna lifin tamit, like, I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Bodybuilding, of course, you need supplements. Supplements are all natural. But if you want to become that huge bodybuilder, of course, you have to need some stuff. These stuffs are not like you're saying the pears, no, but it's an injection called steroid.
They have an injection too.
Yeah, you have to use this steroid injection to become so huge, you know. And plus, you have to eat a lot of amount of food. It depends on the size you have in your height and your age, to know how much calories your body needs to contain, and how much carbs you have to eat, how much potassium, you know, everything that your body needs, it has to be calculated. So that's why you could see the bodybuilders, when they are eating, they scale their food, how much they have to eat in a day, because everything has to be calculated. Yeah, and you have to eat, you know, every 2 hours, 7 to 8 times in a day. Some bodybuilders eat 10 times in a day. And you drink a lot of water as well, because when I am competing, before competing, I even drink about 10 liters of water a day. It's not something easy, you know.
Why not you try bodybuilding?
I will have a
Yeah.
conversation with Dave after.
Yeah.
So but so this is a very expensive life.
It is very expensive. That's why it is very healthy as well, because I believe every sport is healthy. But if you come into bodybuilding side, because you need to build your body to become another kind of human being, you know, and to do that, it's really not easy. You need some stuff.
So they say no pain, no gain.
No pain, no gain. And if you go to the gym, you just don't have to play around. You have to do the real job. And the real job is the discipline. Every day you have to be consistent with your workout. You have to be consistent with your discipline of eating your meals. You have to have time to rest and sleep as much as you can, so you can build the muscles you need. And you don't need too much of stress when you are doing bodybuilding, you know. And if you want to become a professional, of course, when you compete in the amateur level and you are a champion there, so you take another step to the professional level. So of course, all you need to do is to expand yourself, your body, your muscle, your mind, your mentality. Everything must change, so you have to be another kind of person, whereby you have to be strong in your mind and know what you want. That's why you cannot go into bodybuilding without getting ready or prepare yourself.
So let's go to 2023. It was the closest, the last year that you won the championship in Finland. Talk to us about that, because I mean, 10th of September, in the Finnish competition, you won the accolade. I mean, not only you, but there were so many white people
Yeah.
within the mix. And as a Gambian, how do you feel after scooping the biggest prize?
Yeah, I feel so good and I feel blessed as well. And I give thanks to my coach, who is really there for me and who really likes me and helping me a lot, giving me all the sponsors today that I have, all the nutrition supplements I am having. He's the one helping me with it, sponsoring me. All the clothes that I am wearing for workout, he's the one sponsoring me. Shout out to Bulls All Out. His name is Yari Bulmentula, but his brand is called Bulls All Out. So he's the one sponsoring me, and he is #1 Finnish champion. And then he was big, huge, and very strong as well. So we went for this competition 2013 and 2023, and we were preparing to become the champion, but we really put an effort into it, and it wasn't easy, but the mentality was strong and we believed that we could make it. So it was a pro qualifier, so to become a professional, to go to annual classic, to the highest level. Now that's where I am competing right now. So when I win that's why I'm not competing even this year, because I'm trying to bulk and gain more mass. So next year when I win the pro card, so I can compete to the annual classic, then my target is to the Mr. Olympia. So during the competition, I compete in 3 categories. I compete in Masters. I won my Masters Classic, my category 183, and I won in my 183 category. And I went for Novice, and I won it. So I went to the overall to win the pro card. It was so easy in my head that I'm gonna win the last final here. Yeah, but sometimes it is very hard to say, but there are now politics in everywhere. It was not possible for me to lose that game, Yeah, but then I lose the battle for 1 point, they said. I didn't accept it, but I have to accept it because they already give it to the person. What can you do? Nothing. So the solution is for me to get myself ready for the next competition, so there will be no excuse for anybody, So I won all my championship, and last 2023 was my 10 times championship I won.
Yeah, 10 times championship.
Exactly.
And of course, I'm sure you will want to, like you said, Mr. Olympia. Hopefully, in the future, you want to go to the Olympics. These competitions.
Yeah, it is in my target, but right now, all I need is support, because nowadays in bodybuilding, in every sport you do, you need the people around you, your fans and everything. And I think, like right now, as for me being the Gambian #1 champion in a classic physique competing in Europe, the Gambian people has to support me as much as they can, But even if you check my social media, you have more the Europeans supporting me as my own country, even, So, and at this moment, it's very difficult. For example, when you are going for competing, they check your social media and see how famous you are and how how much people are following you. And this is why even sponsorships are very, very difficult.
Yeah,
because you have to get those kind of. And I'm praying to the Gambian people, let them come out and help me as well for that. If I'm representing my country, I really need them behind me as well.
So your social media account?
Yeah, my social media account is Dawda @_King_David. Yeah. I was having like 60,000 followers before.
Yeah.
But then it was hacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, by someone. I couldn't go in anymore, so I opened a new one, but it's the same name. So, but then now it's going up to 25,000.9. So I'm trying to come up again, but I'm a bit angry because all my followers are not
Yeah,
Gambians,
yeah, yeah.
So
Hopefully, so Gambians go to Instagram or Facebook. If you check Dawda King Badjie, just type Dawda King Badjie, you will see the name will pop up, and of course, you can follow the Facebook and the Instagram page to follow him. You will see his activities there as well. Now, let me ask you this final question before we end the show. Um, I'm so there are a lot of bodybuilding, competition that took place here in the Gambia. For example, the guy who accompany you, is the champion here in the Gambia. Are you thinking in the future also to try to open an academy where you will sometimes come to teach some of these people, how bodybuilding is done professionally? It's not easy though. Not everybody can become a bodybuilder, but for the sake of competitions and of course the experience you have, to also help the young people as well.
yeah, and this is one of my plans, because not only helping them to open an academy, but to open a very good gym here as well. I am training here, but sometimes there are equipments that we are not even having here. And if you are a bodybuilder, you need to train every single part of your muscles. And everybody in this life has a weakness. Even you are a bodybuilder, you have weaknesses. So, and there are some weaknesses. There are a kind of machines you use to improve them, but they which are not here. So, but I am trying my best to see what I can do and help the youth here. And every of them, whenever they compete, they always come to me and ask questions, what to do, what not to do, how to diet, things like that. I'm helping him because he was the first person
To reach out.
to reach out and say, hey bro, I'm following your footsteps and you are my idol, so I will definitely want you to help me about my bodybuilding career. I'm just starting it, so I don't know a lot about it. So I said, all right, thank you for trusting me and for coming out. So I'm trying to give my time to him and trying to show him everything. This is why when I was coming to Gambia, I told him I will do everything with you, and even the posings you are doing, which is not 100% perfect, I will show you the little details you need to do so you can improve. And we are doing it since I came. We are trying to train together, and I'm giving him some tips that he can use by himself. And even if I'm there, sometimes we train on videos and talk about nutrition and everything, how he can help himself. And you could see, even me being a professional and a champion, I'm not bigger than him, I'm not having a better body than him. He could compete me anytime, even when he is in Europe. In the Gambia here, if I was competing with him, it's gonna be difficult, because when I stand next to him, I told him, wow, you look good. And it's not only him, there are others who are even writing me as well. So, and this is why I'm ready to come back home and do something for my country as well.
All right, congratulations, and of course, good luck to you, Dawda King Badjie. It's been great talking to you here in the studio. Pa, finally, any message, any information, any question, then we sign out.
Thank
Yes.
you.
What final message would you want to send in to the young people that are following the program and following you as well, who want to come into the body?
Yeah, if you are coming to the bodybuilding as a youngster, all you have to do, number one, is patient, because bodybuilding need patience, and then you need to be dedicated on what you're doing. It's all about determination and discipline. The rules of bodybuilding is not easy, but once you follow them, you will reach where you're going. For example, today, even you go to the gym, you take a plate from somewhere and train with it, leave it there. It's not bodybuilding discipline. You have to return it back to where you took it from. So, and to keep the environment clean as well is part of the discipline in the bodybuilding. Because once you respect what you're doing, it will pay back on you. So all I have to give to the young people is eat good, be smart on how you train. Don't force the muscles to the level where you cannot push it anymore, because sometimes I saw how they train and it's not really good. Because it's better you less the weights and do even higher reps than you put a lot of weights whereby you can even have injury on yourself. And if you are young, of course you are strong, but you might hurt your muscle inside, but in future it will come out. You hurt yourself without knowing it. So all the time, like how to call it, Phil Heath always say, be smart on training all the time. So don't push your muscles to the maximum that you can do. It's not a smart thing to do.
All right. Thank you so much. It's been pleasure talking to you, Dawda King Badjie, here on the studio, in the studio right here on Alfredo 107.67. The right answer, Pavi, sign out.
Yes, the right answer is option A. Sabaro is playing his club football in Saudi Arabia.
All right, this is all we have time for. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the Gambia under 20 team screening and selection. We're going to talk about Gambian players playing that state abroad. We're going to talk about a lot more concerning sports locally here in the country. And why not Euro 2024? Then we will know the results of the first semi-final. Have a nice day. Stay in peace. Betekak Afrisal is coming up next, of course. Bye for now.
Boy, bodybuilding of a share. Yeah, no, you know, boy,
Yeah.
boy,